Hello, everyone. My name is Olga. I'm the co founder of Moonly. Welcome to our webinar on lunar psychology about how the moon's rhythms connect to feminine energy, our emotions, and everyday life. Today, I want to share how Moonly began, why the moon became the heart of our project, and how paying attention to her cycles can bring us closer to ourselves. The topic of lunar and feminine cycles is one of the main ones for us. In fact, the whole Moonly app is built around the moon. Right now, we're quite a big project available in 9 languages, with over 9 million downloads in 5 years. That's just a quick intro for those who didn't know. Our team has more than 40 people, and we're building Moonly together with my co founder. At first, I created the app for myself. I wanted to have all the tools and practices in one place, things that help you live wiser, understand what's happening with the moon, what rituals to do, how to care for others, and how to recognize your own states. It all started as a personal interest. But now Moonly is a global product that helps people all over the world. Inside the app, you'll find practices, articles, meditations, and an astrology service, but we won't go into details right now. The reason for today's meeting is a new stage for us, a wish to keep growing. Working with yourself through these practices and cycles is wonderful. But at some point, you start craving real contact, shared energy, live connection. This feeling of unity helps us learn faster and grow deeper. Recently, I joined a group for open dialogue and realized how valuable it is to connect. Our webinars are not about product launches, they're about creating space, a place for teachers, for women's circles, for sharing and support. In the future, we want to build our own methods that help people in a group grow together and reach results faster. When we talk about the moon, it's important to remember in Vedic astrology, she is the main planet. She represents inner happiness, our emotional world, and of course, feminine energy. I felt it deeply 2 years ago when I became a mother. When we feed a baby, we give not only food but also energy. We learn to give, to nurture. That's the essence of lunar energy. Women's cycles are closely linked with nature and the moon cycles. When I started learning how the moon affects Earth, the tides, plant growth, rhythms of life, it became clear that our bodies follow the same rhythm. When I began to notice and practice it, my own cycle started to align with the lunar one. It was an amazing discovery. Through awareness of the moon, we start living in harmony with life itself. There's a lot of depth and philosophy in this whole books and lectures about time and nature's laws, and one of the most common questions we get is why Vedic astrology? Because its calculations match real astronomy. If you open a planetarium and look where the moon is right now, it will match exactly. That's something I can see with my own eyes, and I love that. The Eastern system also connects different fields of knowledge: yoga, Ayurveda, Vastu. Even the days of the week come from this system. Monday, the day of the moon. Right now, for example, it's a new moon, the beginning of a new 30-day lunar cycle. A lunar month doesn't match a solar one. It lasts around 29-30 days. The full moon comes around day 15, the peak of energy. A woman's cycle is about the same length, so one simple practice is to observe your state during the new moon and the full moon. That's how you start syncing with nature. The moon rules not only our emotions and mind, but also water, and therefore the flow of finances. If your moon is weak in your birth chart, it can show up as emotional dependence, food issues, or disconnection from your body. For me, dancing helped a lot. It brought me back into my body. Emotional blocks and communication issues are also lunar themes. In Moonly, we have many articles about these deities, gemstones, mantras, and simple actions that harmonize lunar energy, like helping women, supporting your mom or grandmother, or donating to a charity for mothers. These are small but powerful lunar acts. The moon also influences our physical body, for example, haircuts by the lunar calendar or gardening by lunar phases. When I first got into astrology, I listened to lectures on a radio called Audio Vedi. That was more than 10 years ago. One teacher said, a woman should simply care for herself, do her nails, nurture her body. Back then, it seemed trivial, but now I know it's the foundation. Behind simple care lies self love and psychology. My first books were by Rami Blecht. He founded an astrology school in the Indian Rao tradition. Some of our team members studied there too. I studied at the Navamsha school myself. Our astrologers, including Natalia, share the same approach. They never say something is wrong. Every challenge is a place to grow. I often see in many women and in myself before one common problem. We overwork, we get tired, and we lose our energy flow. I realized that during a women's circle, when I noticed I didn't feel my body at all, these practices help you see your real state and start feeling again. It's not always pleasant, but it's necessary. That's why I always recommend joining women's circles, doing body practices, being creative, art therapy, dance, time in nature. All of this is feminine lunar energy. Taking care of yourself is important too. Yes, beauty salons are more Venus energy, but they also fill us up. The main thing is to remember every new stage of life shifts our balance and we need to restore it again and again. For example, you live alone, then a partner appears. Later, a child, a pet, everything changes. You have to find balance again. These are archetypes of care, fertility, and creation. At first, we just remove the blocks so energy can flow. Then we work with sexuality, embodiment, and inner power. Sometimes our energies switch. A woman goes into masculine mode or a man becomes softer. It's not bad, we just need to notice and bring things back into balance. Everything I'm talking about comes down to one thing: reconnecting with your true nature, your inner power. We are like the forest, we are nature itself. And we already have the tools for this. In Moonly, you can explore your moon in your birth chart, see which house it's in and what it means. For example, my moon is in the 12th house, not the easiest one. That's why I turned to psychology and eventually created this app. Often, our weak spots become our strengths, our mastery. Moonly also offers meditations, guided and silent ones, plus body and breath practices. My own experience and the wisdom of our editors lives inside these articles and courses. One of them is the Lunar course. It lasts 30 days and helps you live through a full lunar cycle consciously. More than 1,000 people have already completed it, and the feedback is amazing. If you haven't tried it yet, I truly recommend it. Thank you for being here and for listening. The moon reminds us of softness, rhythm, and the right to be different, bright and dark, full and new. May this knowledge help you understand yourself better and live in harmony with nature, your body, and your feelings. And of course, come back to Moonly. You'll always find practices, meditations, and a little lunar inspiration waiting for you there.